Hey everybody, how's it going? Hi. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for joining everyone. My name's Mackenzie and I'm going to be guiding you all through a really fun Flow 1 class. So thanks for joining. I'm here representing YogaPod Fort Collins, providing you with multiple free classes a day. So again, Mackenzie doing Flow 1 this evening, 6 o'clock. I meant to get on a couple minutes early. So if you're on watching, go ahead and say hello. I'm going to give it a couple minutes and let some people hop on before we get started. All right. Looks like somebody's on here. So yeah, say hello if you're on watching. Gonna give it maybe just another minute or so for people to hop on, get set up. For class today, we're moving through our spring Flow 1 sequence. So you could do it with or without props. I have a couple prop substitutions. So one thing I'm going to be working with is a couple cans of soup. Now this is going to take place of my block. So really anything that's going to give you a little bit of height. Now again, you can certainly do this without any sort of prop. If you are going to use the blocks, just have them up towards the top of your mat. Another prop that might come in handy through class is going to be a strap. You, as a substitute, could also utilize like a belt if you have any sort of belt, whether or not it's like a fabric or leather would be fine. You could also use a scarf of any sort, or if you have any sort of strapping material. So what we're going to be using the strap for is lengthening out our leg. If you're not able to grab your toe and do it at the same time, you can utilize the strap. So again, I'll give you some variations. You could certainly go through this whole entire flow without any extra props. If you feel like you want to have some props and you have some handy, feel free to grab either a strap or a couple blocks. So before we get started, I am going to demonstrate a Chaturanga Dandasana. So within Flow 1, we move through a lot of Chaturangas. And you will see Chaturangas in Ashtanga classes, Flow 2 classes. You will see them in many different styles of yoga classes. And it's really important to have proper alignment when you're moving through the Chaturangas. And what we tend to see most often as teachers is students that move and progress before they should, essentially. So I am going to always encourage modifications with Chaturangas as well as any other posture. So for the Chaturangas, I'll show you a couple different variations. We always start in a high plank. So coming into a high plank right here where your wrists are directly under your shoulders, you're thinking long line of energy here. So energy out the top of your head, all the way through your shoulders, your hips, your knees, and then out through your heels here. So if your hips are piked up, go ahead and draw them to center. If your hips are sagging down low, again, draw them up to center. If you are having trouble finding that foundational pose, go ahead and drop to your knees here. So perfectly fine. High plank, drop down here to your nose or to your knees. We're in an extended tabletop. So from here, inhale, shift forward, draw through with your collarbone. You're going to find just a very slight tuck of your tailbone. And then on your exhale, lower down to your belly. Using the strength of your arms, move slow all the way down. Now from here, your hands are underneath your shoulders. Tops of your feet root into the earth. We're moving into cobra. Inhale, lift. Top of your head, shoulders, upper back. Your belly is soft. Toes press into the earth. And then exhale, release. Now, we're going to move into downward facing dog. You can press up into tabletop. Curl your toes. Exhale, downward facing dog. Now, once you have moved through so many chaturangas here on your knees and you're building up that strength and you want to progress up, you will move into the fullest variation. So that is starting here in this high plank. We were already here. This time we're not going to drop our knees. We're going to shift forward again, shining through our collarbone, and exhale, lower down halfway. Hug your elbows in. Long, flat plank. Tops of your feet to the ground, straighten your arms, roll your shoulders down your back. This is upward facing dog. Your hips and knees are lifted off the ground. And exhale, downward facing dog. Pike your hips, press the mat away from you. So only move to that fullest variation after you've done multiple classes from your knees. I always recommend doing full classes, every single chaturanga from your knees, doing that multiple times, and then progressing up to the fullest variation. I think that's all I have for now. We should just get started with the yoga. So I'm going to have you started in just an easy seated posture. So we call that Sukhasana in Sanskrit. You have a few options. So you can sit on your shins more in like a hero's pose, or sit all the way down onto your sits bones here. So coming into cross-legged position, one shin in front of the other here, so both ankles are rooted into the earth. Go ahead and kind of shift around, really finding your foundation here. Hands to the top of your thighs. Now, gaze out in front of you. Let your eyelids drop, so close your eyes here. Take a few rounds of breath. Not really changing much with your breath, just normal inhales and exhales, noticing where your breath falls. So more than likely, I would say majority of you have your breath very high up into your chest. I know that is where mine tends to settle. And what we're going to focus today in class is building the deep, full inhales and exhales that don't always come naturally to us. So it does take focus. It does take concentration. So on an inhale, maybe count to 4. Hold at the top. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. So we're finding equal part breath. Samavriti. Again, inhale through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. And exhale through your nose for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. We're going to go through that 2 more times. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold at the top. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1, and hold. One more round here. Inhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. And exhale for 4, 3, 2, 1. Let it all out and hold at the bottom. Now just back to your normal inhales and exhales. 3 rounds here on your own. So even as we're sitting here in our Sukhasana, we want to lift through the crown of our head up to the sky. So we're finding a long, straight spine while we roll our shoulders down your back. Now this time, as we move with our breath, we're going to link some arm movement. So on your inhale, reach your arms overhead for 4, 3, 2, 1. Press your palms together at the top. And exhale for 4, hands through heart center. 3, 2, 1. Bring your thumbs to your chest. 1 more round. Inhale, reach your arms overhead for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold at the top. Bring your hands to heart center for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold with your hands at your chest, palms pressed together, thumbs into your sternum. Setting an intention for class here. So think of something, a word, a phrase that really speaks to you, maybe something that you are looking for. Maybe you're looking for some grounding. Maybe you're looking to get energized today. Maybe you're looking to just solely focus on your breath. Come to your intention, repeat that word, that phrase over and over as you take your inhales and exhales through this whole practice. Now shift forward, plant your hands, step back into tabletop position. So wrists directly under your shoulders, knees directly under your hips here, long straight spine. So out through your head, out back behind you through your hips. We're going to move through cat-cow, so 3 rounds. Inhale for cat, drop your belly. Cow, drop your belly, gaze up, filling up your lungs. And exhale for cat, press the mat away here. Tuck and curl your spine. Inhale, cow, slowly gaze up, dropping through your belly, shine through your collarbone. Exhale, cat, press it away from your knees, your wrists, hugging your navel to your spine. Gaze back to your knees. Inhale for cow, gaze up, drop your belly, maybe soften through your elbows. Then exhale, cat. 2 more rounds on your own here, moving with your breath. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Last one, inhale, gaze up, cow. And exhale, cat. Inhale back to neutral spine, tabletop position. Curl your toes under, walk your hands forward just slightly. And exhale, downward facing dog. So here in this downward facing dog, you're finding an inverted V. So you're pressing the mat away from you. Find a big, wide grip here through your fingers. Lengthen out through your elbows, through your armpits. Send your hips high. Work your heels down to the ground. Now, find a slight bend in your knees if you need. Stretch through the back sides of your legs here. Maybe pedal them out. Now, if your shoulders are way up to your ears, go ahead and soften them down here. Find your breath. 1 more inhale. Stay for your exhale. Press the mat away. Now, inhale, gaze to the top of your mat. Bend your knees. Exhale with small steps. Walk your feet to your hands at the top of the mat. So we're coming into a forward fold here. Feet should be approximately hip width distance. Now all of your toes face forward. Let your head hang heavy here. Take your gaze back behind you. Now you have some freedom to move around here in this forward fold. Maybe swing from side to side. Pedal out one leg at a time if you like. You can grasp for your right underneath your head here and finding a little bit of traction through your neck. You can also grab for opposite elbows, finding ragdoll arms. So feel what your body needs. Then let your head hang heavy. Take your gaze back behind you. Open up through your backside body. Now drop your hands down to the ground. Inhale for halfway lift. Fingers stay rooted into the earth. Lengthen through your spine. And exhale, fold forward. Let the top of your belly fold over the top of your legs. We're going to do that 2 more times. Inhale, halfway lift. Fingers come to your shins, lengthen through your spine, draw your shoulders down your back. Exhale, fold forward. Last one, inhale, halfway lift, maybe fingers up to your sides. Again, straight spine. Exhale, fold forward. Root to rise. Inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana. Come to standing. Arms reach all the way overhead. Exhale, hands through, heart center. Press your palms together. Thumbs come into your chest here. Inhale, extended mountain, root to rise. Reach, fill up. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Hinge at your hips. Keep that flat spine the whole way. Move slow. Bend in your knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, lengthen. And exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, extended mountain, root to rise, reach with your arms. Exhale, hands through, heart center, draw your thumbs to your chest. Close your eyes. Inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana, reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips, send them back behind you, reach through your chest out in front of you, fold. Inhale, halfway lift, Ardha Uttanasana, draw your shoulders back. Exhale, fold, let it go. Last one, inhale, extended mountain, reach all the way up, extend through your fingers. Exhale, hands through, heart center. Tadasana, standing at attention. Inhale, extended mountain, reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Plant your hands, step back into a high plank here. So we're going to use this to move through your first chaturanga of class. So either your knees are lifted or you lower them down, take an inhale, and exhale, lower all the way down onto your belly. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra variation, the choice is yours. And exhale, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Awesome job. Inhale, gaze to the top of your mat, bend your knees. Exhale, step your feet to your hands, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain, root to rise, reach. Exhale, hands to heart center, draw thumbs to your chest. Inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, chaturanga. Plant your hands, step back into your high plank. Take your variation here, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving along with the flow. Inhale, right leg high. Send your right heel to the sky. Kick back. Exhale, step through to your right thumb into lunge. So here in our lunge, right knee directly over your right ankle, fine. Your foundation, your 2 feet are on separate train tracks here. Use your inhale to shift a little bit forward, drawing your heart to the front of the space. Exhale, pyramid variation, straighten your right knee. Now you want to keep your spine straight, so gazing out maybe to the top of the mat. Inhale, back to lunge, bend your right knee, glide your chest forward. Exhale, half pyramid, straighten the right leg, find a hinge at your hip. One more round here. Inhale to lunge, shift forward, right knee over right ankle. Exhale, pyramid. Inhale, back to lunge, bend your right knee. Exhale, high plank, step back here. Use this as an opportunity to build strength with your chaturanga. High plank, down to your low plank or lower all the way. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through to lunge next to your left thumb here. So again, find your foundation, left knee over left ankle. Gaze out in front of you, inhale. Exhale, pyramid, straighten your left knee. Keep your chest and spine lengthened. Inhale, lunge, shift forward. Exhale, pyramid, straighten your left knee. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, pyramid, shift it back, open up through the back side of your left leg here. Inhale, back to lunge, shift forward, draw your left knee over your left ankle, and then step back, high plank. Chaturanga here, inhale, exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana is where we will meet. Deep breath here together, fill it up. Exhale, let it go. Now use the strength of your arms here to walk your hands back to your feet. So you're coming into a forward fold, back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, extended mountain root to rise. Exhale, hands through heart center, Tadasana. All right, so we're moving through our first balancing posture of class here. So it's going to be tree pose. And keep facing the front of your mat for the sake of the camera. I'm going to turn to the side here. But we want to start on one side. So usually I have us root into our left standing leg. Now I want to try something a little bit different just to kind of change it up. So we're going to start by rooting into our right standing leg here. So lift all 5 toes up. Find the 3 corners of your foot. So 2 points at the top, right below your big toe and your pinky toe. And then down at your heel. And then slowly lower those toes down into the ground. Finding that good solid foundation here. You want your foot to be as flat as it can. Imagine roots actually growing down below you into the earth here. So long, engaged leg through your standing leg. So lift up right above your kneecap. And then bring your variation with your left foot here. So either kickstand at your ankles, you can bring it up to your calf, or the inside of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh here. Fullest expression. Your hands can be at heart center to start, plugging your thumbs into your chest. Now find, again, that foundation through the right standing leg. Notice the opening on the left side here through your hip. So draw your left knee back behind you to open it up a little bit more. Now if you notice your right hip sticking out to the side, draw it back to center here. Press the inside of your right thigh into the sole of your left foot just as much as you kick back through the sole of that foot here. Now imagine those big, huge oak trees that you see all around town, or any tree for that matter. And just know that each one of those big oak trees once started off as a little tiny nut in the ground, just trying to hold its ground. And I just love that quote because I don't know about you, but oftentimes I feel like a little nut just trying to hold my ground, waiting to blossom into that big, strong tree. One more inhale. Hold for your exhale. Now release through your left foot. Awesome job. Pedal it out. Now we're going to find that through the other side here. So root down through your left standing leg. Draw those toes up. Find the 3 points of your left foot, then root the toes down, drawing those roots all the way down into the ground. Now find your variation here with your right foot. Either kickstand at your ankle, up to the inside of your left calf, or to the inside of your left thigh here. Maybe hands come to heart center. Plug your left hip in towards the midline. Press the sole of your right foot into your left thigh just as much as you're kicking back with your left thigh. Now focus in here on your right knee. Draw it back behind you. Open up just a little bit more. Extend the top of your head up to the sky. Stand straight and tall. Thumbs to your chest. Take a deep inhale here. Hold for your exhale. Now maybe grow your branches. So reach out with your hands. Find any arm variation. You can bring your arms to a T, down beside you, up to the sky. One more round of breath. Exhale, draw your hands back to heart center, and you can release through your right leg. Awesome job, everybody. First balancing posture, done. Inhale, extended mountain reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plank. Go ahead and walk forward back into your high plank. Now move through your chaturanga. Use your exhale to lower. Inhale, shine your chest, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Shift it forward. Draw your shoulders over your wrists. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, step directly between your hands this time. So pivot your left foot so it becomes parallel to the back end of the mat. Use your inhale, rise up, warrior two. Bring your arms to a T here. Settle into a deep bend through your right knee. Now gaze down, find heel to arch alignment, heel of your right knee directly in line with the arch of your back foot. Make sure not to compromise that bend in the right knee. Draw that right knee towards the pinky edge of your right foot, opening up through your hips, settling into the blade edge of your left foot here. Now, if your shoulders are up to your ears, go ahead and draw them down. Your arms are engaged, fingers reaching equally to the front and back of the space. Find your breath. One more inhale. Stay here for your exhale. Inhale, reverse warrior. Draw your right hand back behind you, maintaining that bend through your right knee, feeling this stretch through the entirety of your right side body here. Again, right knee, drop back towards the pinky edge, opening up through your hips. Come back to your breath. One more round. Stay for your exhale. Inhale, arms to a T, setting up, right wrist draws to the front of the space. This is going to draw your left hip back behind you. And exhale, extended side angle. Tick-tock your arms to 6 and 12. Right arm comes to the inside of your right thigh here. Now the fingers of your right hand should be pointing down to your right toes. Left hand draws up towards the sky. Draw your left shoulder down your back. Deep bend through your right knee. Extend the top of your head to the front of the space. One more inhale. Hold here for your exhale. Feel the strength through your low body. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your right leg. Draw your right arms first, just directly up to the sky. Even out your hips. Then reach back behind you, feeling the stretch through your right side body, in between each rib through the intercostal muscles. Keep breathing here. Inhale, arms to a T. Exhale, triangle proper. Reach right arm forward. Tick-tock your arms when you can no longer reach further anymore. Again, right fingers draw towards your right toes. Left fingers draw up towards the sky. Both legs are long and straight. Now you don't want to dump down into your right side body here. So use the strength of your obliques to draw up. Left hip sends to the back of the space. One more inhale. Hold for your exhale. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. Parallel your feet here. Your toes are pointed out in front of you. Lift up through your chest. And exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana. Wide leg forward fold, so hinge at your hips here. Sending your hips back behind you, reaching through your chest out in front of you. Now keep the flat spine the whole way down. And then eventually you'll let your head hang down. Draw your gaze back behind you. Let your hands fall under your shoulders here and just enjoy this inversion. Maybe rocking from side to side. Opening up through the back side of your body here. Draw a slight bend in your knees if you need. Inhale, halfway lift, lengthen. Exhale, fold forward, let it go. Inhale, lunge, creep and crawl to the right. Bend your right knee. Exhale, high plank and move through your chaturanga here. Your variation, exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high, kick back through your left heel, and exhale, step through, knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. And exhale, step through right in between your hands here. Pivot your right foot so it becomes parallel to the back end of the mat. Now look for that heel to arch alignment before you even rise this time. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. And exhale, settle in to the bend in your left knee here. Reaching equally to the front and back of the space. Sending the top of your head up to the sky. Hug in here through your low belly. And then draw your shoulder blades down your back. Inhale, reverse warrior. Keep the bend in your left knee. Draw your left hand to the space back behind you, opening up through the muscles along your ribs on the left side of the body. Again, keep that left knee open. Draw it towards the pinky edge of your left foot here. And keep your breath. One more inhale. Hold here for your exhale. Inhale, draw your arms to a T. Exhale, extended side angle. Reach first and then tick-tock your arms. So draw your right arm up to the sky. Left fingers point towards your left toes. Deep generous bend through your left knee. Now again, you don't want to sink down into your left side body. So draw up through the muscles along the side of your body, your obliques. Maybe gaze up to your lifted fingers. Draw your right shoulder down your back. One more inhale. Hold for your exhale. Inhale, reverse triangle. Straighten your left leg. Draw your left hand straight up and then stretch it back behind you. Really opening up through your entire left side body. Left toes continue to face out in front of you. Keep breathing here. Maybe you reach back a little bit more on your next exhale. Inhale, arms to a T. Reach forward. And exhale, Trikonasana, triangle proper. Tick-tock your arms, 6 and 12. So similar version of last time, except for both legs are long and straight. Our arms are again reaching up to the sky, down to the mat. Draw your right shoulder down your back. Use your next inhale, rise up, arms to a T, parallel your feet so your toes are pointed in front of you and lengthen through the top of your head. Exhale, Prasarita Padottanasana, hinge forward. Move slow. You want to keep a flat spine the whole way down. And then let your head hang heavy. Take the gaze back behind you. Drop your hands to the ground. Again, maybe sway from side to side. Let your gaze go back behind you. Work the top of your head down towards the ground. Hands underneath your shoulders. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, let it go. Inhale, lunge to the front, creep and crawl, bend your left knee. And exhale, high plank, step it back. Moving through your chaturanga, inhale, hold. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Adho Mukha Svanasana is where we'll meet. Deep breath here, fill it up. Exhale, let it go. Now we're gonna move through that same flow, linking breath to movement. So one breath, one movement. Starting in down dog. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shift forward. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Pivot your left foot down. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. And exhale, hold here in your warrior two, settle in. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle. Exhale, triangle proper. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T, parallel your feet, set up. Exhale, fold forward. Prasarita, Padottanasana, hinge at your hips. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge to the front of the space. Inhale, step back, high plank. Exhale, lower. Chaturanga, inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, shift it forward. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, step between your hands. Lower your right foot. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. And exhale, settle in. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten both of your legs. Pull your your left hand back behind you. Exhale, Trikonasana, triangle proper. Move slow and with intention. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. Parallel your feet, you're setting up. For exhale, Prasarita, Padottanasana, hinge and fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, lunge, creep and crawl to the front. Inhale, step back, high plank. Exhale, chaturanga, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog is where we'll meet. Deep breath here in downward facing dog. Exhale, let it go. Again, using the strength of your arms and your core, walk your hands back to your feet, coming into a forward fold, back of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Pour your heart. Inhale, extended mountain, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, Tadasana, hands next to your body, palms face forward, standing at attention. Alrighty, so we've worked our way to our second balancing posture, which is Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana. So that is Sanskrit for standing, one leg extended. So we're doing big toe to hand pose. So I'm just going to go forward so you know where we're moving to, and then we'll break it down. Here, moving out in front of us, then out to the side. I like to use a strap with it, mainly because I have really tight shoulders. And so as I start to kick my foot out in front of me and draw it open, my shoulder, whichever one is grabbing onto my foot, tends to drop in significantly. And what I want to do is stand up tall, draw my shoulders back in line with my ears. So I like to use a strap, but I'll give you some suggestions with or without. So let's start by rooting through our left standing leg. Find your foundation, grow your roots down into the ground. First step is to bring your right foot to 90 degrees here. So you're flexing your toes, right knee at about a 90-degree angle. Left standing leg is strong. You're lifting up through the top of your head. Your ears are in line with your shoulders. Maybe you hang out here and don't move any further. This is a challenging posture in and of itself. You're really working on your balance. Now to take it further, you want to grab for your right foot with your right hand. So whether or not you take peace fingers and grab your big toe, you can grab for the inside or outside edges of your foot. If you're using the strap, this is a perfect opportunity to take that strap, place it along the ball of your right foot here. Now, if you are using the strap, make sure to find your grip as close to your right foot as you can. So this is step 2. Maybe you hang out here. We're working on a little bit of opening through our hips. Here on an inhale. If you want to move into step 3, you're going to kick your right heel out in front of you. So you want to keep your right toes flexed back behind you. This is a great place to stay. Draw your right shoulder back into space. Feel strong through your lifted leg. And if you want to move forward, exhale, open it up, keeping the right toes flexed. Now my left hip is sticking out. I want to draw it back up into its socket, lifting up through my head. Feel my strength here. Keep breathing. One more inhale. And exhale, release the same way you came back in. Foot in front of you, knee bends, and then release. Woo! That is a challenging one for me, especially when I gotta talk at the same time. All right, let's try the other side here. Root down through your right standing leg. Feel those roots ground down beneath you. Left leg, left knee 90 degrees, flex those toes. Step 1, hang out here as long as you'd like. To take it further, grab for your big toe on the left side, the inside or outside edges of your feet, or take the strap, find that grip as close as you can to your left foot. If you want to move forward, kick your left heel out in front of you, Utthita Hasta Padangusthasana, standing, extended, big toe to hand, draw your left shoulder back in space. Hug in through your midline, inhale. Exhale, open up if you would like, keeping your left toes flexed. Keep, your right hip working in towards the midline. This is also another option. Hold here, one more inhale. And exhale, release, coming out the same way. So draw your left foot out in front of you and then release. Awesome job. Elbows, virtual high fives. If you were using that strap, go ahead and draw it off to the side. You won't need that any longer. Inhale, extended mountain, reach. Exhale, fold forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, walk your hands forward into a high plank. Move through your chaturanga. Exhale, lower. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Moving along with our flow. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Shift forward. Inhale, kick back, three-legged dog. Exhale, lunge. Step through right foot to your right thumb. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge, Anjaneyasana. Reach up through your torso, reach up through your fingers, arms frame your face. You don't want your shoulders up to your ears, so draw them down your back softly. Generous bend here through your right knee, left heel. So focus on that. Lift it up just a little bit. You'll find a little bit more length through that left leg. Hold here, one more inhale. Exhale, open arm twist to the right. Draw your right hand back behind you. Left arm comes in front of you. Inhale, back to center, crescent lunge. Exhale, airplane your arms, swoop them down and back. Inhale, crescent proper. Exhale, lunge, plant your hands, step back, high plank. Chaturanga is yours. Meet you wherever you are. And on your exhale, downward facing dog. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, three-legged dog, kick back. Exhale, lunge, step forward to your left thumb. Inhale, crescent, rise up. Anjaneyasana. Exhale, open arm twist to the left. Draw your left wrist back behind you. Inhale, crescent proper. Exhale, airplane your arms. Inhale, crescent, reach up high. Exhale, lunge, plant your hands, high plank, and chaturanga here, your variation, high plank down to your low plank. Upward facing dog or cobra. And exhale, downward facing dog. Wonderful job, yogis. We're going to work on just a little bit of core here before we move into our peak posture of class. So from down dog, go ahead and shift forward into a high plank. Now we're going to lower down onto our forearms because we're going to hold this forearm plank for a minute. Now time has already started. So either your hands are at an 11 or you bring your palms together, finding a grip. Either way, press into the mat so much with your forearms that you press up right in between your shoulder blades. That's going to protect you from injury here. So gaze out in front of you. You don't let your gaze down. Looking back behind you. So puffed up in between your shoulder blades. Awesome job. Over halfway already. Hug in through your midline here. Engagement through your thighs. Embrace any of those shakes here. If you're shaking, you're wobbling, that means you are building strength. Send some energy out through your heels. Now, energetically, you want to draw your elbows back to your toes here. This is going to shine a little bit more through your heart. Beautiful. One more round of breath together. Inhale. And exhale, lower and release all the way down to the ground. Maybe stack your palms one on top of the other. Draw your forehead down on top of your hands. Take a few breaths here. One more inhale. And exhale. Hands come under your shoulders. Curl your toes under. Inhale, press up, tabletop or high plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Moving now through the last little flow of class, but we're going to move into our peak posture. So if you're going to, again, use a block, we're moving into half moon, which is Ardha Chandrasana. Have a block at the top of your mat or a can of soup. That's what I'm using today. So from your down dog, inhale and exhale. Inhale, right leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through in between your hands, setting up for warrior two. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. And exhale, settle in. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. Inhale, rise up, five-pointed star. So create an X with your body over your left shoulder, toes out, heels in. And exhale, horse. Sink through your knees, draw your palms to your chest. So here in our horse, we really want to sit down into our hips, knees draw over your toes, shoulders directly over your hips here. Now draw your hands down to your sides with your thumbs pointed in. We're going to twist it out here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, twist to the right. Draw your left shoulder down. Inhale, back to center. Lift through the top of your head. Exhale, twist to the left. Draw your right shoulder down. Inhale, back to center. Bring your hands to heart center. And exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, rise up, arms to a T. And exhale, warrior two to the front of the space. Settle into the bend in your right knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. We've been here before. Exhale, extended side angle. So reach and tick-tock. So you can always hang out here if you're looking to just work on opening up through your right thigh. If you want to move forward into the half moon, let's take this in steps. Draw your left hand down to your left hip. Now, what we want to do is work our right fingers towards the top of that prop. So that prop, the block, the can of soup, whatever you're using, maybe about a foot or so off the pinky edge of your right foot. Now, in order to get there, we are going to need to shift forward. So toe heel your left foot in a couple feet. Keep the bend in your right knee. Draw your fingers down to your prop. Now, slowly and with control, you're going to launch off of your left leg, and you're going to straighten your right leg in the process. So left leg comes up as parallel to the ground as you can, keeping your left toes flexed. And then your last step is to release your left hand up to the sky. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon, opening up through your shoulders, opening up through your hips. Still breathing, one more inhale. To release, exhale back into warrior two, move slow. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your right leg, open through your left side body. And exhale, cartwheel your hands, lunge to the front of the mat. Step back, high plank. Chaturanga here, move through your variation. You can always skip or hold in high plank. Know what your body needs. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take your time. Other side, inhale, left leg high, three-legged dog. Exhale, step through in between your hands. Set up for warrior two. Inhale, rise up, warrior two. And exhale, settle in to your left knee. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. First time here, we'll revisit this in a little bit. Inhale, rise up, five-pointed star over your right shoulders, toes out, heels in, gaze up. And exhale, horse, draw your palms together, thumbs down to your chest, bend through your knees here. So settle in, swing from side to side. We're just going to take a couple breaths together. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, sink a little bit deeper, draw your thumbs to your chest. One more time, inhale, extend. And exhale, sink a little bit deeper. Inhale, 5-pointed star. Exhale, warrior 2 to the front of the space. Bend your left knee. Heel to arch alignment. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, extended side angle. So again, stay here if you want. If you want to move forward, draw your right hand to your right hip, toe heel in with your right foot. Draw your hand down to your prop if you're using. Slowly start to lift your right leg as you straighten your left leg. Bringing your right leg as parallel to the ground as you can. Flex your right toes. Maybe there's a micro bend in your left knee here. Last step, open up through your right hand. Ardha Chandrasana, half moon. There's a lot going on. You're balancing, you're extending through your feet and through the top of your head, and also opening up through your shoulders. One more inhale. Exhale, release back into warrior 2, move slow. Inhale, reverse triangle, straighten your left leg, stretch back. Exhale, cartwheel to the front, lunge, step back, high plank, and move through your very last chaturanga of class. Awesome job, everyone. Downward facing dog. Wonderful, wonderful job. We're gonna slow it down now. Go ahead and drop to your knees. Take a seat towards the middle of your mat here. Extend your legs long out in front of you. We're gonna move through a forward fold, Janu Shirshasana. So release any real estate underneath your sits bones. Maybe find a very slight bend of your knees. Flex your toes back to your face here. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. And exhale, keep a flat spine, hinge at your hips. Work your chin towards your toes here. So we're not bowing into this fold here. We're keeping an extension out through our collarbone. We're keeping length through our spine and finding that hinge at our hips. It allows us to open up more through the backside of our body. Feeling a little compression along the front. One more round of breath. Inhale, walk your hands slowly up your leg. So we're going to find a different style of twist today. So bend your right knee and then place your right knee to the left side of your left knee. Now, we're going to lift up through the top of our head, lift your left hand up to the sky, and then on your exhale, twist to the right. So maybe you can draw your left hand and hook it to your right knee. And then you're going to find a kickstand with your right hand back behind you, lift up through your head, and to find a deeper twist, gaze over your right shoulder. Keep lifted and long through your spine. Take this as deep as you can. One more round of breath. Inhale back to center, maybe just a very slight counter twist to the left. Now both legs long out in front of you. Bend your left knee and then send your left ankle to the right side of your right knee here, crossing it over. Kickstand your left hand behind you, reach your right arm high, and exhale, twist to the left. So maybe you can draw your right elbow and press it into your left knee to help open up more, and to take it even deeper, follow with your gaze to the left. Keep breathing here. If it's hard to breathe into the lungs in the front of your body, breathe into the lungs in the back of your body. One more round of breath. Inhale back to center, maybe a quick counter twist to the right. And then go ahead and come lying all the way onto your back. Let's take a full body stretch here. Kick your legs out in front of you. Reach your arms back behind you. And settle in here to your final Shavasana. If there is a posture that is screaming your name out, feel free to move through anything else before you settle into your final Shavasana. Back to your long, deep inhales and exhales. Begin to soften here through your entire body. We'd like to start with your feet, so begin to soften here through your toes, through the soles of your feet, through your ankles. Let your feet splay open wide towards the edges of your mat. Soften here through your legs, through your shins, your knees, your thighs. Let them go soft. Let your hips release any tension that they're holding on to. Maybe they open up like a book just a little bit more. Soften here through your belly. Soften through your fingers, your wrists, your elbows, up through your chest, all the way through your shoulders. Drop them down to the ground. Draw them away from your ears. Soften here through your cervical spine, up through your jaw. Maybe you release your tongue here if it's up at the roof of your mouth. Maybe you open up your mouth just a little bit. Close your eyes. Soften through your ears. Soften through your eyes, through your eyebrows. Soften through the space right in between your eyes, your eye of intuition. Now let your scalp, the crown of your head, go heavy. Let it melt into the ground. Let the earth beneath you support you. If you feel like that little tiny nut just trying to hold its ground, know that it's worth it. In the end, you will rise up like those big, strong oak trees. It takes resilience and time. Be here in your Shavasana as long as you would like. I took you over by just about 5 minutes, but no rush to get up out of your space. The student in me honors and sees the teacher in each and every one of you that show up. Namaste. Thanks again, you guys. Again, my name is Mackenzie. Last class of the day, but there will be more tomorrow. So stay tuned on YogaPod Fort Collins Facebook page. Have a good rest of your weekend.